What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta 2. Before we start the action off here in Chapter 10, The Depths, I'm going to take a second to slow things down and hit up practice mode in the loading screen and show a clearer view of one of the game's advanced subsystems returning from Bayonetta 1, the dodge offset, which is basically a way of dodging between hits without breaking your combo. So, say I'm trying to do this basic punch-kick-punch, but I have to dodge between hitting the buttons. The dodge interrupted the combo and I had to start over. But with a dodge offset like so, done by holding the attack buttons while hitting the dodge instead of tapping and releasing, I can dodge and finish the combo. And we're here in Inferno. Before we continue, though, I'm going to talk a little bit more about dodge offsetting. It's kind of the backbone of some of the more advanced gameplay, along with stuff like all the many ways you can cancel attacks, and some of the other juicy subsystems. And I didn't appreciate this until recently, but it's really cleverly implemented, because the game encourages you to hold the buttons down anyway instead of tapping, because you get the charge modifiers when you hold the buttons down. So when you tap P, it's just a quick punch, but when you hold P, it's punch and gunfire if you have Love is Blue on. Or in the case of Takemikazuchi, when you do the charge modifier, it's kind of like Sharaba or Rakshasa, except when you hold it down longer, the hammer glows with lightning and it does increase damage because of its charge modifier. So yeah, the game encourages you to keep the button held down, which makes the motion of doing a dodge offset a little bit more natural. It's something that I didn't really appreciate that well when I was doing Bayonetta 1. It's why I wasn't that good at it back then. I didn't really take advantage properly of the dodge offset system, because I also wasn't taking advantage so well of the charge modifiers on the attacks. It's why you see them a lot more frequently, the dodge offsets, in this playthrough than before. And because I'm just more experienced now with the system. Oh god, for a second I thought this was the later muspelheim where you can't take a hit. I usually just kind of go on autopilot on these. Not too bad at all. Yeah, this is just know which time. And then you could do stuff with the dodge offset system, like, there's more depth to it than that. You can also offset with Beast Within and Crow and Panther. Like, you can actually store your combo for quite a long time because you're running around in Panther form. It's really interesting little subsystem. Yeah, and the game trains you to use it because of the charge modifier system. Gotta appreciate that kind of interconnected design. I really like the terrain deformation. Even here in this kaleidoscopic, rainbowy abyss. The terrain deformation from Takemikazuchi. Let's show that weapon off a little bit throughout this chapter. Much like I've been doing with the other weapons, we're gonna pick another one up in the middle of this chapter, though. This journal... just talking about, constant power struggles and, like, civil war that goes on here in Inferno. And Rodan told Luca, who wrote the journal, to kind of keep his distance from everything going on down here. You won't find a nicer angel anywhere you look. The last line is kind of funny. Not a place where he can get by on his good looks, as if such a place exists. And there's also some other cool stuff that are, like, well, obviously Luca hinting at Rodan being his source, but he can't disclose his name or the name of the bar, so he just keeps referring to the owner as an unnamed bartender. What's super interesting about that journal, though, is he says the bar is in the same city that his dad left behind. It's another little nod to Devil May Cry. In fact, I don't know if I ever pointed this out, because it seems so super obvious, but maybe I should. The gates of hell, the font, when you go down to the bar, it's the same as the Devil May Cry business that Dante runs in Devil May Cry. Pretty sure it's the same neon sign font. So instead of progressing forward real quick, come up here. I think this is Midas's Testament? Yeah. God, I still have to remember to use those. There's a chapter coming up where it'll be better put to use. Good Halo farming chapter. And there's a hidden verse up on this platform with two... Ooh! Always with the grab attack. Always getting grabbed. Let's go, Taka. That was not a good example of a dodge offset. Depending on how slow the weapon is, sometimes I'll just choose not to. That was not one of those cases, though. That was an accident. I'll choose not to do it because the Wicked Weave that comes out at the end of the combo renders you kind of immobile. You slow down a lot. It's one of the few cases where you can't cancel out of it instantaneously. There's a little delay before you can cancel out of the end of a combo, if it ends with a Wicked Weave. Burst was kind of messy. And the reward for this hidden verse, really worthwhile, is a third of a broken golden LP. And we will complete, unlike the last time that we got a third of an LP, the last two times rather, because it was scattered across two chapters, we will complete the LP for this weapon within Chapter 10. All three pieces come in this chapter. And the weapon that you get is a doozy. It's the best weapon in the game, bar none. Really having a hard time entertaining any kind of argument in my head that there's... Oh! It took me off guard for a second. I thought it was the next platform. Skullapendra's back! Yeah, I can't really see any argument that there's a better weapon than what's coming up. Another falling section. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. When did I get so bad at these sections? The worst feeling is when you ace a section the first time you do it, like the first time you ever see it, and then you struggle with it on repeat playthroughs. That's super cool, though. Twisting, spiraling column of Skullapendras of nasty demon centipedes. If you don't hit the center of that column correctly, you don't get that witch heart, and you have to repeat the verse by going out to the title menu. Tarnishing that pure plat with damage. So, we're being attacked by all of our infernal demons from last game. Started with Gamora, just got attacked by Skullapendras, and Phantasmarania, our flaming spider from last time. Big Phantom callback from Devil May Cry. Big fiery spiders. They even have like a lot of the same attacks. That's not Phantom's attack. He has the leaping attack, and he has the fireball, though. Doesn't have the scorpion tail, though. Oh, man, it would have been cool if you could leap on Phantasmarania's back. And the connection between him and Phantom is totally intentional. It's more extended universe stuff between Bayonetta and Devil May Cry. Like, Phantom is supposed to be one of Phantasmarania's children or something. Little baby Phantasmaranias grew up into Phantom. I really enjoy this fight. Like, it's weird for just a mid-chapter kind of mini-boss fight, but Phantasmarania is fun. Plus, I always like a good Phantom callback. Phantom's such a good Devil May Cry mascot, which is weird because he's kind of underwhelming as a character when you first meet him in Devil May Cry, but just such a good mascot. Get up in there. Should be able to finish this off pretty quick. Whoa! I stung into that one. I love that Platinum is constantly paying homage to themselves, because they know how good they are, so why not? Like back in Bayonetta 1 when you visit Rodan and he says he's not gonna put a chainsaw on your arm. I thought it was an Evil Dead reference, but no, it's a reference to Mad World, another Platinum game. Yeah, I always thought that was an Evil Dead reference, but it's a Mad World reference. But then again, when you have the pedigree of Platinum and Clover, when you have that pedigree, like, you kind of have to know that you are the goddamn best there is. Devil May Cry, Viewtiful Joe, Resident Evil, RE2, Okami, Wonderful 101, Bayonetta, God Hand, Mad World, Revengeance, Vanquish. Am I missing anything? Anarchy Reigns, yeah, unreal pedigree. This journal's a bit shit, though. A little bit shit, really. Balance, yada yada yada, Trinity of Realities, yada yada yada. The Trinities, Light, Darkness, and Chaos, or Heaven, Hell, and Earth. Gives a little tidbit that they all used to be one until a war split them apart into three. That was Baldur's goal from the last game, to remerge the Trinity and have Paradiso rule everything. And then the confusing part's that Purgatorio exists between all of them, kind of like an overlap dimension. Ooh. Gotta watch this chapter a little bit, or this verse. Anytime there's greed involved, I have to kind of slow down the commentary and pay a little bit closer attention, because I get grabbed so often, or shot in the back, just like John Wayne would have done. Yeah, maybe I'm better off parrying that. It seems way, way easier to parry than it is to dodge sometimes. It just depends on the camera. Like, it's hard to parry at diagonals, but when you have something directly in front of you, or behind you, or on your side, it's super, super easy. Sometimes it's tricky to judge the diagonals. And new demon, the Swindler of Progress, Resentment. Resentment is kind of like a Gorgon design. That attack sucks. Oh, that purple beam. This is why I like finishing Resentments as quickly as humanly possible. Just get them out of the way before they have a chance to hit me with that beam. The thing that makes them really annoying, the thing that makes that beam a problem, is that it turns you into a child. Like, remember how Jubileus' attack from the last game turns Bayonetta into little Cereza? And it lasts for, like, a couple seconds, and she takes more damage, and she can't attack or move really quick while she's Cereza, while she's a kid. You get the same thing here. It takes a little bit longer to revert to your normal adult form, and if Resentment grabs you while you're a child, after it reverts you, then you get insta-game overed. It sucks. And then we have the second golden LP, but not before we fight 2 more Resentments. Well, nah, we already grabbed it, but we're not getting out of here without fighting them. So yeah, go all out on these guys. They are not something you want to have alive. They can also wrap around you and kind of constrict you. It's not a big deal. It's pretty well telegraphed. That beam, though, it seems to come out pretty quick. It's got a wide cone of effect, and yeah, it's deadly. Straight up deadly. Oh, I also see Furies flying around. What the hell? Did they come out at the end of the fight, or did I just not... Did I just, like, tunnel vision on the Resentments? Guess so. Okay, that's that. Man, that big collage of heart-shaped bullets. I like that they bothered to give her a different animation for destroying the little demon magic walls, as opposed to the angelic ones. There's gonna be a lot of backtracking in this stage, actually. Now I can go forward, but that's not gonna last super long. Eventually I'm gonna have to backtrack to where we fought Phantom, or Phantasmarania. Shit. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if these are supposed to be trees, like from the the Suicide Forest that is in the Divine Comedy, or if they're supposed to be like petrified scolopendra. There are a lot of good references down here in Inferno to, well, Dante's Inferno. There's some stuff coming up in not the next chapter, but the chapter after that I'm excited to talk about. Yeah, like the little spines on the side look like Scalopendra's legs, but the rest of it makes me think of the Suicide Forest, which is actually referenced in-game, but I just don't know if this part of it's supposed to be a reference. For those of you who don't know, the Suicide Forest is something that exists, I think, in the 7th Circle of Hell in Inferno. And anyone who committed suicide was sent down to the circle, and they were petrified into trees. Also, this is not a pain. I think I mistakenly called this one Pain a couple episodes back, or a few chapters ago. This, I think, is the second appearance of the counterpart to Pain, Pride. It's pretty much the same enemy. More aggressive, more damaging, faster, with a fire motif, basically. It's a fire version of Pain. And down on this side path, we're done with Pain. Or, fuck! Pride. Pain and Pride. The counterparts are always the ones that screw me up. So Pain and Pride are done, so we can open the chest. Ooh, opening chests takes a while with Takemikazuchi. Not to worry, because we just completed our next golden LP for our last normal weapon of the game before we actually complete the game and start getting the unlockable ones. No, I'm sorry. I'm dead wrong. We get one literally next chapter. Jesus. Second to last, penultimate weapon. And I'm going to go back and grab that as soon as possible, but the Gates of Hell portal is back on the path. I'm going to backtrack along. Kind of a tongue twister. Backtrack along in a second anyway, so first I will come up and hit up this Muspelheim, which I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the don't take a hit one. I'm a little disappointed with the variety of the Muspelheims. It's kind of just the same couple of ones repeating over and over. And it's agreed, so this is gonna be kinda tough. And keep my distance and not get grabbed. Oh, that's... Oh, just getting frozen counts as a hit. I didn't realize that did damage. Thought I'd just set you up for the next hit. So the attack that I thought would be easy to dodge turned out to be the one that failed me. I'm a little disappointed with the variety in the Muspelheims. Because it's don't take a hit, don't touch the ground, enemies killed, increases your timer. What else? Do everything in one combo, and then there's one more that I'm blanking on. But yeah, there's only a couple, and they don't vary that much. It felt like there was slightly more variety in the ones in Bayo 1. Kinda wish there was, they were a little bit more creative with these. The Muspelheims feel kind of uninspired. And they're not, like, most of them aren't super hard. Anyway. So they're mostly just ways of locking more collectibles away. Which, yeah, that aspect of it's kind of disappointing. But moving along, before we actually go... Ah, wait, which way? Oh, wait, over here? No? Okay, I'm wrong about where this chest is. I think somewhere back here there's a broken moon pearl I can get. There are a lot of collectibles here in Chapter 10. There's a lot of, like, little side paths that are a little bit tough to catch. Here it is. It's on the other side of the Scolopendra Bridge, or the petrified wood. And that completes another moon pearl. Getting close to 2 full magic gauges. Whoop. Yeah, cliffside. And now we can cross back. And let's see. What else is there to do before the backtracking starts? I think that's about it for the moment. Up ahead, we have another verse, and then another side path. Yeah. And then, after this... Oh, yeah, the sloths. Everyone's favorite enemy, the sloth. You know how everyone hated Grace and Glory from Bayonetta 1? Sloth is the one that's gonna drive everyone nuts in Bayo 2. They are extremely agile. They're acrobatic as hell. They're quick, too. Guess it's kind of redundant, agile and quick. They love to dodge you as well. So the only opportunity you get to do a whole lot of damage is in Witch Time. And they can lay it on real thick. Yeah. So, ooh, that was not the best use of Witch Time either. Good parry, though. And another good one. Yeah, just like Grace and Glory. There we go. Yeah, much easier to parry these guys. The only problem is, hitting a regular parry is easy. Getting a perfect parry on them, the one that sends you into Witch Time, a little bit trickier. Because it requires much tighter timing. But yeah, just like Grace and Glory, if you go into it with a mindset that I'm going to parry the hell out of them, it's easier than trying to dodge around them. So let's see. I don't want to get that Umbran resting place yet. Or do... No, actually, I want to come back here real quick. So we can fight 2 Enraptures, and I think this is another sloth behind me. Yes. Yeah, enraged sloth, moving much faster. I don't know if they were going for irony, making the sloth so quick and dodgy and acrobatic. You know what kind of bugs me, actually? And this isn't with the sloth by itself. I actually really like fighting this enemy type. I think they're really cool. They have, like, this weird Voldo-like moveset, too. 6 swords. It's with the naming convention. So we've already established that there are enemies, there's Greed, Pride, and now Slaw. So there's kind of like a 7 Deadly Sins naming convention. But there's no Wrath, there's no Envy, there's no Lust, and there's no Gluttony. It feels like they dropped the ball on that one. Besides, with Gluttony, they could have just stolen that awesome Dante's Inferno design. They could have just totally aped that. See, like, there's something good I mean the game Dante's Inferno, because I realized I was talking about the actual poem earlier. Yeah. Yeah, there's something good you could say about Visceral's, Dante's Inferno. They have a really good Gluttony design. It was like a Cerberus where all the heads were made of mouths. Okay, so we're done with the hidden burst. There's an Umbran resting place back here that we passed a second ago. And this leads us way, way back to the midpoint of the level. In fact, it leads us back to the Gates of Hell, where I'm going to go after I collect all these pieces. I'm not going to go straight back to the chest, because I have to backtrack to where we fought Phantasmarania. So we'll collect all the pieces and form the chest, and then get back to it in a couple of minutes, after I'm done collecting my weapon from the Gates of Hell and hitting up a hidden verse. Okay, good. Yeah, that one's not hard at all. I think the only purpose of that one is to direct you back and kind of hint, hey, maybe you should do some backtracking now. Otherwise, that hidden verse is hard as hell to find, because there's no other reason why you would ever go back to Phantasmarania's boss arena. But before we do that, head on over to the Gates of Hell, because we have a completed gold LP to cash in.
Another LP. No rest for the wicked.
Alright, we'll skip that. No need. Salamandra. So, remember when Rodan told us back in Bayonetta 1 that he wouldn't put a chainsaw on our arms? Yeah, he lied. Because now, we have chainsaw weapons, and these things are fucking amazing. They are so, so good. To the point where I think they're severely overpowered. Salamander are almost definitely way too good for, how easy they are to use. There's nothing advanced about them. There is something that's a little tricky, and it's kind of cool, but for the most part, they're set it and forget it. Awesome power weapons. You can purchase an alternate set for your feet, which I'll do later on after I have everything else I want. There's a set you can purchase to equip to your legs, and you skate around on these chainsaws like Odette from last game. So yeah, we're gonna come over here and equip that thing because, boy, is this thing kick-ass. And I think I'll keep on, actually no, I'm not gonna keep on dying off, on. I'm gonna take them off. And Love is Blue or Rakshasa. I don't think we've seen Rakshasa on the feet yet. Couldn't do that with Shiraba last game. Shiraba was a hands-only weapon. And we'll see the benefits of Salamandra soon enough. It does this cool thing when you hold the attack button down. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is this Pain and Pride or just two Prides? I can't tell when they're glowing red like... Oh god, they're glowing red! Ooh! No wonder this isn't going too well. Let's take that Enrapture out. Yeah. Oh. I think it's two Pains. I'm looking for the fire effect. No. Ooh. This is a tiny arena. They turn transparent when they're smushed up against the wall. So, Salamandra has no Wicked Weaves, but it does get a big Extendo Blade when you hit Umbran Climax up. So the main thing about it is that its charge modifier, when you charge it up, it glows red and saws through enemies in contact with them. And if you hit it at the right time when it turns red, you get an extra slash before the next hit of your combo. It's an awesome weapon, best in the game, no doubt, even without the Wicked Weaves. It still has combo enders that are like Wicked Weaves, it's just no demon, like, right there, that would be the fourth hit, the fourth punch, that's where its Wicked Weave would be. Unlike most weapons, which have 5 punches before a Wicked Weave, this one has 4. It's that cool little X-Slash. And yeah, one of the things that makes it so awesome is that it hits multiple times per button hit. Like, when it makes contact with the enemy, it counts as multiple hits, which really pumps your combo multiplier and your combo score up a lot. This thing is so damn good, and it's strong, too. I would say it might have the best damage output in the game. Hit for hit, I think Takemikazuchi is stronger, technically, but Takemikazuchi isn't as fast as Salamandra, and it doesn't have the same effect on its charge modifier of giving you an extra swing. So I think just as far as damage per second, Salamandra, I'm pretty sure takes that. So yeah, it's moderately quick, hits many times, great for your combo score, and it does a whole lot of damage, and it's cool, and it's got one of my favorite stingers in the game. It's where you start doing cartwheels forward with the blade stuck out. Yeah, Salamandra kicks ass. Like, I still think I love Chernobog a little bit more because the scythe shotgun combo's really cool, but Salamandra's so good. Now that we have all that backtracking done, we can finally come back over here and progress along the critical path to the end of the verse. Just as soon as it lets... Oh, right! Man, I almost forgot about the Umbran resting place that we completed a couple minutes back. Glad I remember that. I would have missed out on a broken witch heart. And do we have multiple sloths to fight coming up? I can't remember. Actually not sure what's... No, I know what's next.
Why, if it ain't Bayonetta, fancy finding a witch like you in a place like this.
Rodan, don't tell me you came here to rescue me, like some kind of knight in shining armor.
Rescue? Do I look like the rescuing type? If you would've kicked the bucket here, I'd be all over your soul like a hungry hyena.
So, this verse takes place on the back of an Insidious,
Right.
heading deep into hell,
So let's have some fun.
and you have Rodan at your side for this one. He is a supreme badass. One AoE attack, one attack just took out all those hatreds. Goddamn, Rodan's so good. Like I said before, I'm gonna be pissed if Rodan never gets a spin-off game. I would play the hell out of a Rodan game. And we finally get to see him at work. He didn't come here to rescue Bayo or help her out, her and Jean. No, he's here, trying to get a payday. He's here for a demon's soul. God, look at him go. So, since Rodan kills everything so quickly, the combo score requirement for a platinum rank on this verse is pretty low. Yeah, Rodan mows through everything. And I'm just, I was taunting to keep the combo going. I should have it, but yeah, I took a hit somewhere along the way. Unless that was from a different verse. No, I definitely did now. God damn, look at Rodan go! Kills so quickly. Rodan is the king of all badasses, man. Okay, divide and conquer. Rodan's got one, I got this one. Let's see if, nope, I was gonna say, let's see if I can take this one down to half health before Rodan kills his. Yeah, no.
We're here. And so is my target by the looks of it.
Jean, there she is.
Hold up. You're not seriously thinking of getting between a man and his next payday. Chill, Bayonetta. Don't go shooting up my target, you dig? I need that one intact.
So Rodan and Bayo are after the same target now. We're running out of time to rescue Jean, but she is right there. And we will deal with that in the next chapter, Chapter 11, Inferno and its Ruler. Coming up in the next few chapters, we have a couple of boss fights all in a row. So, I will see you then. For now, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.